the turbo is no more leaking from the inside, but now it has a leak on one of the hoses. A couple of days where this car is giving me nightmares.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode on my channel. I hope you guys are doing alright. So today I'm going to be back to work on the BMW E36 as always. As you have seen in the previous video, I take care of a few things. The sunroof is totally disassembled, and then also changed that back door that was full of rust. That door is now in place and looking right. I have polished half of the door to see how the paint would be after a polish, and it's looking good. A few scratches left, but it's normal, it's an old paint, but the shine is there. So I think we're gonna have a good result in the rest of the car. But for today, what I'm gonna start with is that rear brake that I did not have the time to do in the last video. Check out the parking brake because it's not working right on that side. Let's start with that. Then I'm gonna move on to the trim. The trim on the bumper is faded. I'm gonna see if I needed to paint it or just apply a product so it gets darker. I'm gonna check onto that. The rear ones, I will definitely paint them because they are all cracked. And then hopefully the rebuilt turbo will arrive today. And if it arrives, I'm gonna stop all the work and move on to that so I can get the car started again and see if the turbo is functioning right. So guys, let's not waste any more time and get started with the video.
It's actually a couple of days later, guys. As you have seen, I started with the rear brake. That is done. I think it's all looking good and working right. I will test it once the car is on the road. Then I moved on to the rear trim, all the trims actually, from the front bumper and the rear bumper. I painted one, and then arrived the repair kit for the turbo. Guys, I tried to repair it myself. I actually succeeded. The turbo is no more leaking from the inside, but now it has a leak on one of the hoses. One of the crusher washers, actually the two of them are completely gone. They are not sealing right. The problem is I cannot find them anywhere near where I live, so I'm gonna order a couple of them, but it will arrive a little bit late, only for the next video. On this video it will not arrive on time. But guys, let me show you what I've been up to. It's been a couple of days where this car has given me nightmares, but I'm not giving up on it. So let's show you what I've done so far. Guys, first of all, I apologize for the mess on the garage. It's all over the place, but it's what I need to get the job done. I'm not gonna waste time put things in place because I'm gonna use them again. So let me show you. This is the rear trim. I only have time to paint, to sand and paint one, and was also to test if the paint would look good. In my opinion, as you can see, the new one right here is all painted. I think it looks pretty good. This is the old one, so you can see the difference. I think it is 10 times even more better than it was. Here it is, the other ones that I still have to sand and paint, but that will be later. For the rear brake, I already have it assembled. I think it is working just right. The problem is the cable was stuck because the car was abandoned all those years, and the cable and the park brake cable got stuck, so I have unseized it, and I think it is working just right. Guys, in the rear it is a huge mess. I removed the rear bumper because one of the gaps on it was all wrong. The gap here, I can put my finger in it. So for what I can tell, this bracket right here, this bracket right here is 1 centimeter off from that one over there. So I have my jack here to push it upwards to see if the weight of the car will move it to place, and I'm gonna leave it like this for a couple of days because I'm not gonna have time to work on it until next week. And if this does not work, I'm gonna just hammer it into place because I do not like the gap that it had previously. So as you can see, it's all a mess. Here it is, the bumper and the rear diffuser, so it's all messy, guys. Sorry for that. Let me show you the turbo from where it is leaking. So the turbo is in place, it's functioning perfectly for what I can tell. I already started the car a couple of times. The oil pressure light is still on, but it goes off after the car passes 1000 RPM. I have to see into that. I don't think it is the turbo. Maybe it is the wrong, the oil filter that is bad or weak quality, or maybe it's the type of oil. I'm gonna see into that later. So guys, what is leaking is actually this crush washer. It has two, one on the top, one on the bottom. I cannot get it to seal properly. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's going on because the crush washers, I put a couple of them that were almost new, was not new, so maybe that was a problem. But with the old ones and with these new ones that I've put in, it continues to leak, and it leaks a lot. I don't know if the pressure is too high on the turbo. We'll have to see into that. I'm gonna order a couple of crusher washers, just like the original ones, and see what will happen. But for now, guys, I have a little update for the car that I've ordered a couple of days ago. It's actually a short shifter. This car actually has a lot of play in the gear shifter, so I ordered a new shifter and also a short shifter. So let's see if that make a difference. If not, I'm gonna leave it like this because it is very difficult to change all the bushings that are on the transmission. I need to take the prop shaft out, and I do not have the tools for that. So we're gonna put in the new short shifter and then grow on from there. So let's go, guys. Guys, here it is, the shifter. This was actually pretty cheap. I think it was less than $15 with shipping. It was cheap. In here is the old one. As you can see, it's pretty loose and it has a lot of play. So I'm gonna get rid of that, put the new one in. But first, to get it in, I need to go under the car and take out a clip that is holding that in place. So let's go. Guys, here we are under the car. So the clip that I need to take out is... No, let me get the flashlight. That clip over there, as you can see, it's full of grease, so I have to take that out to loosen the gear shifter. So let's do it and then put the new shifter in. So the clip is out. You can just push it with your hand. It comes out pretty easy. So the next thing is come inside the car. You have to pull this lever here, to pull it out, just like that, and it is loose from the gear shifter. As you can see, the gear shifter, it's completely loose. Now I'm gonna take out a plier. I have this one, it's perfect for the job. You just put it in and swing this to the right, and it should come loose. Let's see what will happen. Guys, after a lot of struggle to get this short shifter in place, I had to pick up a new pliers because the one that I bought from online was not very good. It does not open very much, and the C ring was very hard and needed to open a lot more. So I have bought a new pliers and finally got the job done after a couple of hours of struggle. It is in place. Let me show you. Here it is in place. I mock it up just like this so I can see a finished product finally. The only problem is, and that got me very annoyed, is that the short shifter is not compatible with the E36 shifter knob, it does not plug in there. It plugs in the original one, but in this short shifter it does not. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna glue it. It's the only option. I do not like that option, but it's the only one. But as you can see, the shifter feels pretty good, very short. It still has play on it. It's normal. It's an old car, but the shifts are precise and short. It feels very good. I just gonna need to glue that up, unfortunately, but it will look all right. That is the main thing. So I got this new. This knob is also new, and it's looking pretty good. Guys, with the turbo fix and a mess as always, we're gonna end it up right here. As you have seen, the turbo is no more leaking. That is good news. I already assembled the air intake. As you can see, it's all in place. I started the car, let it run a couple of minutes. The oil pressure light is still on, but I think the engine is working all right, because as soon as I rev it up a little bit, the oil goes out. I'll have to check into the oil filter and the oil type, maybe in the next video. Not all good news. I found a coolant leak in the oddest of places between the transmission and the engine. I don't know what's going on. I cannot see where it's coming from the top of the engine, that it is all dry. I don't know. I'll have to dig into that, but that will be for the next episode, guys. I hope you have liked it. Please give a like and a sub, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.